Hey y'all, I'll be on for about 30 minutes tonight. How is everybody doing? Hello, y'all. I'm just dropping this link in a few places so folks know I'm on here. Hello, y'all. I know I'm on here, and I told y'all last week I wasn't sure, but it's a new month, and I wanted to make sure that kicked it off, even if I only can stay for a little while. I'm gonna put this on my community tab because I know people probably don't see it. Let's see. Don't look like nobody on here. All right, let's say come say hi or chat for a while. Catch the replay. Let me see. It's so funny because I have been going on here late, like closer to 10:30 for the last couple of times. And now I'm on here at 9, which a lot of people were voting for the 9 o'clock time, and nobody is on here yet. But if y'all are in my state and y'all have kids, maybe school started for y'all this week. So I get it. Like, that's a lot to, get the kids in bed, make sure that they are, situated. And I've been kind of dealing with that this week too. Vlogs coming soon. I've been working on a lot of new content, y'all. That sound on TikTok that be like, prepare to be sick of me. Like, that's where I am right now. Not that I want you guys to be sick of me, but it's just more so like I want you guys to know I'm finna be going in on my goals. And I've been investing in some things for myself, like trying to do research and improve my reach on here and grow my audience, but also grow this business that YouTube is, because YouTube is a business. As much as it is fun and it's cool to share my life, like this is also a part-time job for me. So I'm trying to, you know, keep pursuing that and growing with y'all too. So I'm really grateful for the growth and just the opportunity to be able to do this and where I've come thus far. I always kick off my lives and tell you guys, hey, comment down below and share something that you're grateful for. Well, I'll say this, I have a few gratefuls this week. I'm grateful for YouTube and a breakthrough in information. Shout out to Peach. from peachmcentry.com. Check out her website if you're interested in learning how to grow on social media. She has bundles and things. She posted her content creation bundle and it was $1 on the 31st. And of course, me being the frugal person that I am, I went ahead and downloaded it and I listened to it. And it was some teachable things about analytics in that guide that helped me to kind of get some direction on how I can elevate from my current status. So the next day, I downloaded TubeBuddy. I have been against downloading softwares that do things for me, like basically AI, for a long time. Like, I know how to generate my tags myself, I know how to do research myself. But the truth of the matter is, with my current time, it's okay to have that system help me generate the tags to help with the reach. I'll still come with the original content, the me, the personality, all that great stuff. But the truth of the matter is, I don't know how to tell like what's going to be the best search term for somebody to find me and what is going to be the best way to compete against other creators based on their content. And I don't mean it in a way like I'm trying to be like other people, but I just mean like if you're going to grow, you got to have more strangers find you. And the way to do that here on YouTube is to be more searchable. And I've succeeded without TubeBuddy several times, went viral on this channel several times with me just using my brain. So I'm going to be using my brain, but I'm also going to be using the science to help because there is some success. And I know plenty of successful YouTubers who use TubeBuddy as well. And I also use my channel members. Shout out to Come Get This Commentary too for posting your TubeBuddy link in your description. I clicked that affiliate link. I hope you get your commission and a payout soon, so that I could help her out, but also, pay for the pro version. So I'm ready to invest. So I will be investing in more like master classes, things about growing a business, whether it's on YouTube or off YouTube. Like, I am taking this seriously. And my calendar over here says stay wild. Usually it has something more insightful, but I must like just keep my stay wild. But for me, it's just like stay motivated, stay in it, stay consistent in what I want. And I know for me, I want to see a growth overall in my average revenue month over month. So that is what I'm focused on. But I'm also excited because I'm trying some new things out on my channel. Y'all are going to start seeing more fun content, things with the family, things by my things by myself, vulnerable moments. I'm really excited about the fitness journey content. I have a new fitness vlog dropping next week on Monday. And so those, like I said, will be dropping every 2 weeks, but I'm also dropping other cool stuff in between. And like the videos are going to be coming, y'all. Like, I feel very refreshed and I'm grateful for that. I took a couple of vacation days because I had to use them so I didn't lose them. So I took off the last couple of days and I was able to do some self-care stuff. I have the same hair, same nails, but I got them redone. Got my feet done, got my eyebrows waxed. So I'm feeling pretty and ready to film content for you guys. But I also just feel refreshed being able to like reset and get myself ready mentally to be working full time, doing YouTube, putting in 30, 35 hours a week or more on this to grow this. But also, like, my son just started school. And like I said, that vlog will be coming soon. But y'all, I have a third grader. And when I tell y'all I grew up on this channel, I'm 30 now. I've been making videos on here since I was 15. I've been monetized since 2009. This channel is my baby. And so literally growing up on here, y'all saw me as in a relationship, broken up. Some of those videos are not on here anymore, but a lot of the videos of me as a single mom are on here. And like Josiah literally has been on my channel since he was a baby. So for me, experiencing my baby grow up and now he's 8 and he's in the 3rd grade, I'm just so like shook. Having kids, if to my moms out there, young ladies out there that want children, having kids will definitely teach you how fast time goes. Time goes fast, period. You can literally look up and blink and be like, oh my gosh, like that was 3 years ago, that was 5 years ago. Being in situations that don't serve you can make time feel like it's going by really slow. But either way, you still that time is still going by. You know what I'm saying? But I say that to say, like, when you have children, you have evidence that time goes fast because it literally will feel like you just had that baby and you will blink and that baby is walking. Then the baby is well, the baby is crawling. Then the baby is walking. Then the baby is talking. Then the baby is not a baby anymore. They're a toddler. Next thing you know, they're in preschool. Next thing you know, elementary school, 5th grade, making it through middle school, making it through high school, a senior, grown with their own kids, and you're a grandma. Like life is so short and life is so precious. And life is too precious for us to be doing things that don't fulfill us, doing things that don't make us happy, doing things that are not our purpose. I always say this: God gave everybody a gift. Some people have more than one gift. And so I want y'all to know, like, if you're in a situation where you feel like you just not where you want to be, you don't have to stay there. Take a deep look at yourself and try to figure out what about where you are right in this season is preventing you from getting to where you want to be. And I mean, sometimes it takes taking a look back at the past too, so you can really have clarification on what you might have been doing that might have been pulling you away from your dream or your goal. But I tell you, like, it is so important to like basically know that you are capable of anything you put your mind to. My mom always told me Philippians 4:13 from the time I was like 4 years old. And that's how far back I can remember. You know, you can do all things in Christ that strengthens you. And that's something that I still say to this day. And at this point in life, I tell my son, who's 8 years old, to say it. I started teaching him that when he was 7. And I just, I encourage him because sometimes when you're out in this world, things do feel impossible and you do feel like, I can't do it. And we have this habit at times of comparing ourselves to others. So we end up thinking like, oh man, I can't do it because I'm not like this or I'm not like that. But ignore those negative thoughts. I think we're all capable of doing things that we want to do if we put our minds to it and we stay the course because it's not always going to be easy. It's not always going to. Oh, why is something playing music? I'm like, oops, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to play music. I'm multitasking because no one has joined me yet, but that's okay because I know somebody will watch it tomorrow or once I'm not on here anymore. So I am going to continue trying to go live on Wednesdays because it's a great day that works. I feel like it's the middle of the work week. It's the middle of the regular week too. It's just a great time to come and check in with updates. I know the weekends can be busy and it can be busy for y'all and it can be busy for me. But I also believe that if I pick, those earlier times in the middle of the week, we'll have new things that we can share with each other. And I think that that's good. So I just want to keep on, talking with y'all and building that connection with you guys as my community. It's August. I gained some new members who joined. I do have a new like membership on my channel. The cheapest package is 99 cents a month. If you want to support and join, I would love to have you. As I continue to grow, I do plan to do more with my memberships, but for now, it'll entail of things like member shout outs, maybe an extra live stream with you guys. And sometimes it'll just be like I said, us being able to connect and just you showing your support for that dollar a month. So I just wanted to call that out because I activated that, I think, at the beginning of last month. And shout out to my members that have joined already. I really do appreciate the support. And, even if you don't support, if you just watch my content, you join my live streams, you like my videos, you leave me comments, you watch the videos in your free time, even if you watch them long time after I've uploaded them. Listen, I appreciate all of that because it's helping me to grow and have reach. So I just want y'all to know I do appreciate all the support that y'all are giving. And I don't ever take for granted the fact that I was able to do this because there was a point in time where I was just making videos and nobody was really watching them. And it was pretty lonely. And there was other points where I was making videos and people were watching them, but I wasn't even making money doing it. So now I have a little bit of both. I'm just working to increase the income because my goal is, if at any point in my life I want to transition, right? Want to transition and not have to rely on someone else providing me a way to provide. I have something I can build for myself. Hey Jazzy, how are you? Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. How are you today? And yeah, so I'm just grateful for the time off, to reflect, to work on some things. I'm also grateful for just being able to have that peace of mind after having a couple days off. Fitness journey is going well. My son started his third grade year, so I'm just grateful for that. We had our ups and downs, so it was really just refreshing to have a new start with new beginnings and new people in place. So I'm happy about that too. Um, I'm gonna keep trying to go live on Wednesdays. I'm just gonna start trying to go live before 10 o'clock so I can be done before 10 o'clock. So today I went live around 9:05 ish or so. Might have been a little after. So I'm gonna try to wrap up this live stream before 9:40. So going forward, I'm gonna try my best on Wednesdays to get live around 9 o'clock. That way, if we go an hour, I still can finish at 10. But if we start right at 9, which I didn't do this week, but it takes time. The last few weeks when I've been going live, I go live around 10. So, but I'm trying to do that so that I can kind of get in bed and get wind down. But also, like, if I'm wrapping up, I can have my food and stuff. I could be better. Work's been overwhelming, and my son has a high temp and hot to the touch. He's been dealing with a summer cold for a week. Oh no. Does he have a fever, Jazzy? And I do hope that he feels better. It's so stressful when you have a sick baby at home. I remember when Josiah had the flu earlier this year, and we could not get that fever to break. It was so stressful because, like, we would do the Tylenol and then we would switch it out with the Motrin, and then it would be like it was working. But then, a couple hours later, that fever would come back. So I definitely know the feeling. Like, and then it's like you don't know if you want to take the baby to the ER to get evaluated, or in Children's Healthcare Center to get evaluated, because I did that before, really nervous and scared because I thought he was sick, just to be told like, oh, you don't need to come up here for that. If it's this or that, you can handle it at home. And then that made me feel like, a little bit frustrated, because it's just like, well, here I am trying to be proactive, and y'all basically telling me I'm over here tripping and overreacting, and I could have just waited, basically. And so, I just say use discernment for yourself, because if you think your baby's acting out of character and you've been trying everything and it's not working, sometimes it's okay to go ahead and take the baby to the doctor. Even though, somebody else may not like it, and the nurse may have something to say or be like, "Oh, well, you could have did this over the counter with, alcohol or whatever. You use rubbing alcohol and Tylenol or whatever." Like, if your baby's been at it for over a week, sometimes it's okay, because that's kind of what happened with Josiah. Like, we were trying to treat it at home, because I remember kind of being told by a nurse like, "Oh, well, you really don't have to bring him if it's this or if it's that." And I'm just sitting there like, okay, like, I'm not a nurse. I wouldn't know that. And I was a first time mom. And then, like, this most recent time, we were keeping him because of that feedback. Come to find out, he had the flu. So it's like, sometimes when you trying the stuff that's over the counter and it don't work, it could be the flu, or like, COVID-19. And so, if it's something like that, you're not going to be able to just treat it at home. And that's one of them situations where you're going to need that over the counter medicine to help. I'm sorry, that prescribed medicine to help. Hey D. Exactly. I'm just now seeing your comment, but I agree because sometimes we wait trying to see, and I've been that person because I don't want to go, and they be like, "Oh, it's just a fever. You just need Motrin and Tylenol. Rotate them every 4 to 6 hours." But then the time when you wait, like I said, the last time it was last school year in the spring, he had the flu, and we were trying to treat it at home for like 4 or 5 days, but that fever wouldn't break. So on day 4, when he still had the fever, I took him to the hospital. They tested him for COVID. They tested him for flu, and he came back with type flu A. And I'm like, see, but that I just remember when my son was younger, I brought him, and it wasn't the flu, and this was before COVID. That lady made me feel dumb for bringing him because he had a 101 fever. But I was like, this is my first child, and I wouldn't know not to bring my child because like he's sick. I don't know what to do. So now that I'm a little older and I have a little bit more experience with certain stuff, I can kind of tell stuff that I can treat them at home with versus stuff where I'm like, okay, I might need to I might need to wait on this one, but sometimes people can just be mean for no reason too. And I feel like the health industry sometimes have folks there that are not in it for the people. And that's okay. It's folks, we choose all kinds of jobs because we're not there for the people. But y'all gotta learn customer service, whatever industry you take. It's just like servers. It's not the same thing because lives are at stake when it comes to doctors and nurses and pharmacists and them type of medical jobs where people's lives are impacted and health is a thing. But when it comes to service, like the service industry, being a server, I do feel like it's a choice to be a server. And if you don't like people, you should consider not choosing that profession because you got to interact with people all day. So if you're a server and you don't like folks and you're going to be nasty to people, you can't, be mad when people don't really treat you right as far as your tips. Even though I do believe people should tip no matter what because the tips are what pays our serving community. You don't need to choose that profession long term if you don't like people. If you don't like people, you can choose medical professions that allow you to avoid people. You can choose medical tech industry. You can choose something in the back where you're doing the labs and doing the stuff behind the scenes. You don't got to be on the forefront where people can see you and you have to interact with folks if you have a nasty attitude and you don't like people. And I think some people do just choose the money and know good and dang on well they don't like the people, but do it because they know they have the opportunity to earn great money. And money is not everything. It's not the end all be all. I always say you should find something that you enjoy that can pay you well. But the enjoyment part is important because in any job that you do, any business that you run, there's going to be good times, there's going to be bad times. There's going to be times where things are just difficult. That comes with any type of work that you do. But don't just be doing it because it pays well if you hate it, because it's going to reflect in how you treat people. And it's also going to reflect in how you feel. Like, I've had jobs that made me miserable. And I don't want no job that makes me miserable. And if I start feeling it again, like it's getting there, I'm very quick to start looking for something else before it gets too late. I can't put my mental health or my work life balance or my family at risk for the money. I'm just not going to do it. And these companies and these jobs don't care. They'll have your rec up tomorrow anyway. So do what's best for you, but don't go into stuff just working it because you need the money long term and then you treating people bad. Because, honey, like it's enough bad energy out as it is. The doctor said the daycare may not be sanitizing like they should. He said to give him Benadryl. Yeah, Benadryl should help. It'll also help him sleep too. Like if your son has been like dealing with a fever, or just like you said, really hot to the touch, real irritable and stuff, that'll help with that too. But it's hard. I will say I remember when I put my son in daycare and stuff, that's when he started getting sick. And when he went to school, when he went to pre-K, that's also when he started getting sick too. Because sometimes I don't know what it is about them being around other kids, but it's like once they start getting around other children, that's when they start getting more colds and things like that. So I will be praying for your son. I hope he feels better. And I also will pray over your work as well, because you mentioned that it's been stressing you out for a while. So I hope you have a breakthrough there too, because it's hard staying somewhere where you feel like it's a strain and it's stressful. Like, especially when you have to do it because you need the money. I get it. It's kind of the opposite of what I was just saying, but I totally get it. Like, it is definitely difficult when you feel like you trying your best and it's not enough, and you stuck. I've been stuck before too. And sometimes the job market is just not in your favor. Like, you're there and you're keeping it because you gotta your responsibilities. You can't just stop working just because you don't like something. But at the end of the day, it's also like your mental health is still suffering at the same time. Like, oh my goodness, I don't like this, and here I am stuck. I definitely have been there before. And I will say, once you get out of it though, you be so grateful and just, you feel like a brand new person almost when you get out of those stressful work environments. And it's like you never want to be back in that situation again if you can help it. I'm over here scheduling shorts. You're welcome. I do hope he feels better though, for real. I know how that goes. It's like if he doesn't feel good, you won't feel good. And also keeping yourself from getting sick, because those children colds, I know real good, like, will get you sick too. And they don't mean to, but you sitting there loving on them, trying to get them better, and they end up getting you sick too. Anybody have any new goals for August that they want to talk about? I'll say my goal is to, let's see, I lost last month, but my last weigh in, I had lost about almost 6 pounds since my start of my fitness journey. So my goal for this month is to get out of the 240s. Out of the 240s. That's my goal for August, fitness wise. My goal for YouTube is to see if I can increase my revenue in the next, over the next month. And then also, I want to grow in subscribers too. Y'all know my goal that I wrote on my vision slash prayer board slash goals chart is 25K, but I'm currently on the road to 20K. So I'm trying to get to 20K. So it's 5 months left in the year, and I'm currently sitting at over 16,000 subscribers. So if I can hit, let's say 500 this month and then 1,000 for the last 4 months of the year. Because, like, I know July technically was the seventh month, but we still got all of August, all of September, all of October, all of November, all of December. So that's why I'm saying 5 months. Then that would be great. So I'm on the right track, but I just want to see if I can kind of ramp it up, because I feel like the more people that are joining, the more people that will begin to see and tune in and stuff like that. But I also know that sometimes people just taper off, like, especially with shorts. It really reminds me of TikTok, and it makes me think about how, like, you follow people on TikTok, or people might follow you, and then after that one video, you don't really interact with them again. I feel like with shorts and reels and all that short form content, it's great if you're consistent and people kind of remember your face and they come back for you. But if you're not consistent with it, and like with that consistency, it's way more than like a long form video, because people who like to watch long videos is different than folks who like to scroll through for an hour watching 30 or 40 different short videos. So I do feel like it's a different way to get that audience engaged, but it's a great way to grow. So I know I've been talking about growth a lot, but it's just really been on my mind because it's my goal, my main goal, because I feel like growing this will give me more balance in my future as I think through like wanting to become a mom again. I'm already a mom, but a mom of two instead of a mom of one. and just wanting to have that freedom to do more than just work, pay bills, repeat, work, pay bills, repeat, vacation for a little bit, go back to work, pay bills, repeat. Like, I feel like there's more to life than that for us. And it's like this world has been set up and it's conditioned us to feel like you have to basically go to school, go to college, or go and get some sort of certification or some sort of um certification or degree to dignify you and give you notoriety, I guess, so that you can earn a livable wage and work and survive out here. And people now are starting to be more open to, like, people starting their own businesses or using content creation as a way to make money or just doing things that are not the traditional way. And I do feel like financial freedom comes with that because you're not in your own, you make your own schedule rules, but it also is not easy. Like, I understand wholeheartedly that it's not easy just because you can do those things. Like, oh, okay, well, I can, create my own schedule. Yeah, you can create your own schedule, but it's also like a truth that if you don't have good time management and if you're not good with people and things of that nature, you're still going to have problems with growing and being able to have that freedom, because being a business owner is not easy either. And you still got to be good with customer service. There's a lot of people who have businesses and they are not good at customer service. And that's important too. Because you can't be out here talking about your customers and bashing them online and being unprofessional because you're going to lose your clientele. No matter what people say, I feel like, professionalism is important. And some people lack that, but they want to be in business. And I think, like, it has to be a balance. You don't want to let your clients run all over you and stuff. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is you can't just, be out here talking about your clients online and making videos ranting about what you don't like all the time and then be mad when your business doesn't thrive. Like, have you ever seen somebody that was kind of like a bully in high school and then now they want to run a business, and they might be the one that might come on saying how they don't get the support they need and stuff like that? I'm just saying, if you're trying to target people that you used to be mean to, or if you still have that mean spirit, you got to work on that first, because customer service is important when you are a business owner. Like, it does not matter what kind of business you think you want to have. You need the customers. So you can't be out here mistreating them and then thinking they're going to come and shop with you. I don't even know why I got on that, but I guess I just said it because I was thinking about it. But yeah, like, you got to learn how to talk to people. You got to learn how to treat people. You can't just be out here saying and doing anything and then think somebody going to want to shop at your business or support your content even. But y'all, I have been on here for about 30 minutes. I'm about to wrap up. I do want to say thanks so much for everybody who stopped by and watched while I was live. I appreciate y'all because I was talking to myself for a little bit, but that's okay. Y'all got to get used to me coming earlier, and I wasn't coming earlier before. I will be back with a new video tomorrow, so check out that video, and as well as the videos I uploaded on Monday and Tuesday. Monday's video was a detailed video about how to start on YouTube as a lifestyle content creator. So if you are wanting to start your YouTube channel, I get this question all the time. um Check that video out. It's very long, it's very detailed. It should help you. And if you know somebody that also wants to start, share my video with them. And then Tuesday's video was about a side hustle that I use called paidviewpoint.com. I'm going to go ahead and give y'all a teaser. I have a couple videos coming out about Paid Viewpoint, but I recently used this site to earn $100, and I used that $100 for helping to pay for my Jamaica flight on Delta Airlines. If y'all saw my community tab post, Delta Airlines was charging a lot of money for this trip. And we decided to treat ourselves and go Delta because we wanted to make sure that our flight wasn't delayed and nothing would get canceled. And although that did happen to me when we went to DC, I do know that if anything happens, Delta will go out their way to make it right. And they also have more flights coming in and out of Jamaica and back to Atlanta. So whereas Frontier may only have 2 flights a day and some of them have long layovers and things like that, I know Delta has 5, so if we miss one, we can get on the other one. They can accommodate. I can file a claim. I'm going to be reimbursed. Frontier, they will reimburse you as well, but they don't have a customer service you can call. And, that makes me nervous. But Paid Viewpoint is a survey site where you get paid for every survey that you take, and you can earn the money on PayPal. I've been using it for years. I've been a member for 8 years, but I've been consistent on there probably for the past 2 years. And I like to use it to kind of save up and treat myself to things. So I had been saving that money since January, and I cashed it out at the end of last month to help pay for my flight. If you're interested in that, check out my video. You can sign up for it with my referral link. And I think it also gives you $1 for signing up with that link. I haven't tested that out in a while, but I know that back when I initially started, everyone that I referred used to get their first dollar on me because they signed up. And then I also do get a commission when you sign up with my link and take surveys. But if you're looking for like some side money, you could probably make $15 to $20 a month on there. If you're consistent, you check it daily and take surveys, it's cool. You can use it for little stuff, lunch, gas, you know, little stuff. Or you can save it, and then when you reach a certain goal, you can cash it out and do something special for yourself. For me, having that $100 sitting in that app where I'm not going to touch it was like having a little savings account. And then once I hit the 100, I was able to pay off my credit card balance with that money because my flight ticket was really expensive. And then lastly, tomorrow's video is going to be a seafood boil review, an updated one. It'll be live tomorrow at 6 o'clock Eastern time. They at least let me take off when I need to stay home with them. I don't give them an excuse. I just need to give them a heads up. I love that because then you don't have to tell them everything that's going on with your son and with you and the baby. And I say that because like sometimes as a mom, you have to be careful because if you always talk about when you have issue with your child and you know something is wrong, I feel like people sometimes will use that against you. And I don't feel like it's fair, but I do know it's true. Like I've experienced it where someone literally blocked me from a promotion, but you know what? God block us from things too sometimes because if we um are meant to have something, nobody can block us from it. Even if they try, even if they really want to be, that person to try to prevent you. If it's meant for you, it's not gonna miss you. But I say that to say that I felt like the excuses was kind of like, oh, you had a lot going on and we just felt like you weren't gonna be ready, da 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 da. And like the truth of the matter is maybe that was true, maybe not, but I always tell people who work like to be careful with what you tell because they might say it's okay and then they end up throwing it in your face later. Oh well, it's okay, but I don't know if you're ready for this because of that. Like you got to be careful with folks who like but giving them too much information when it comes to work. So, yeah. But I do hope y'all have a great rest of your week, and I will talk to y'all soon, probably next week. So, thank y'all so much for watching. I am tired. I've been up since about 6:30 or so this morning, which is early for me. I am not an early riser by nature. I'm becoming one, but I'm not her yet. I'm working on it. So I will talk to y'all soon. And if you are watching the replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to give this live stream a thumbs up. Comment down below with, any questions, thoughts that you had, or responses that you thought of while watching any part of the video. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all. Hey, Veronica Luscious. I'm about to actually get off of here, but thank you so much for stopping by. Bye. Josiah.